Back to Crazy Ants, may I know actually what type of projects you guys work on and the range of services that your handpicked freelancers provide?
We actually have a wide range of services. We have creative services like graphic design, animation, copywriting, voiceover, photography, and many more lah. And then we have accounting, online marketing, and soon we will open categories for chat, ladies, and more. Yeah.
Wow, so for chat.
Basically, everything you can find on CrazyAnts Freelancer platform.
Wow, I think that's very needed for the arts. The art side, it's actually quite subjective. Like everyone's design aesthetic is different. So how did you measure the result? Like for example, your freelancers came out with something, and do you filter it before submitting it to the buyer, or do you let them handle themselves?
Yes, we will filter if they are junior freelancers, but if they are experienced one, then we will just let them to deal directly with clients. For us, I would say a project is considered successful if the client accept the work lah. And if let's say we all think the work is not nice, right? But client say nice, I love it, then it's fine. Yeah. It's not all about us, it's all about customer, right?
Yeah. As long as they like it.
Yes. It's very hard to say like which artwork is nice, which artwork is not nice. It's all based on client. So if we deliver something very good but client say not nice, then you have no choice. You have to do it all over again. Yeah.
I guess really lies within the eye of the beholder. So actually, it happened before. Like customers complain about it not being nice, and then
for us, we seldom have customers complaining about the quality of the output because before we start designing on it, right, or before we start working on any sort of projects, we will normally ask for references, and also we will make sure that freelancers communicate clearly with clients before they start. And like they will ask like what design style you want, is there any preference for fonts, like what's your brand color and all these things. So we will communicate clearly before they start. So if this happens, right, we also have a dispute system as well to help to solve this whenever this happens. So it's like based on the case, right, or based on the dispute, we will decide like how many percent to refund back to the customers and to the freelancers. We will try to make sure that both sides are happy by the end of the day.
Customer service is so important, especially in the services that you're providing.
Yes.
I was just saying, like, you have to make it like a win-win situation between each parties as an agent, right? Yeah, that is not that easy, but yeah, okay, good. Because you said that there's not much unsatisfaction from customer, which is a nice thing, so a good things to hear. We
are a freelancer platform, so we sort of reduce the rates of unsuccessful projects and all this because of handpicked freelancers. Like other freelancers, they might just get in everyone to sign up. They didn't do the filter and all this. They just want database. A long list of freelancers, a list of customers, so that they can sell it to someone. And make a profit. But for us, we only have a limited amount of freelancers. As you can scroll through our website, you will see that's the amount of freelancers we have only. So but all of these freelancers are handpicked. So this is also a way for us to help increase the success rate of the project.
So can we say that you guys prioritize quality over quantity?
Yes.
As for the business strategy wise, may I know how do you guys market your business, and like which tactics you guys use is so far by far the most successful?
Okay. To be honest, we didn't spend much on pay ads, partly is because we don't have much budget for ads until recently. Yeah, so when we first started, we run a lot of workshops and events. I'm not sure whether you heard of Cascade Going or not, whereby we invited a lot of renowned speakers, for example, like Christine, Dave Founder, and all these people. Yeah, so how we grow is mainly through workshops and also through events. That's how we can get more people, more exposure to our brand, for our brands, to like 100 people and more at a time. Yeah, so I think for startups, right, if you don't have much budget for pay ads and all this when you first started, right, what you can do is probably you can create a community for your target audience. Yeah, that's how you can see some tractions and slowly grow your customer base.
Thank you. That's very a piece of very good advice to a lot of startups, especially when our audience, they might want to be an entrepreneur soon.
Yes. But I think we mainly grow through word of mouth. So I guess it still comes down to understanding the challenges that your clients are facing and building a product or offer services that could help solve their pain points. I think this is the most important thing. Yeah.
So actually, how do you guys build your credibility from first-time customers, and how do you build the customer loyalty so that they are returning customers?
Yeah, for me it's be responsive whenever they try to reach you. Don't go MIA lah. So like when I first started, right, I literally hold my phone like 24/7, Yeah, so I try to respond as soon as possible whenever my WhatsApp rings and all this. Yeah, so I think this is a very important thing in helping your client to feel secure. So when you first started out, I think this is the most important thing. Another thing would be, sorry, my cat. Another thing would be follow up with freelancers on work progress on behalf of clients. And also try to build relationship with clients. Don't just talk business only. And we also support them by liking their page and also help feature their business on our website and social media. So I would say it's more like giving them what they need, do the job nicely, and also giving something extra which they didn't ask for it.
Pretty sure that will build the reputation and also the customer and seller relationship.
Yes.
How about Elaine? You mentioned that you brought some quality customers to CrazyAnts itself, right? How do you know who actually needs these kind of services, or you just recommend it?
I think mainly because being a startup myself, I do know quite a lot of my friends who are in the startup industry. But if not for that also, I'm constantly on the lookout for like new small business that might need help. You can scroll through Instagram and there are a lot of like new ventures coming up. Like maybe they need help. All you need to do is just ask them like if you need any help. And because that's what happened with myself when I look for Anita. And sometimes that's the good thing because it doesn't stop there. Like I myself, like my beauty company, Makeoverlab, we're still a loyal customer to CrazyAnts actually. Yeah. So we use them for their logo, and we use them a second time for rebranding of the logo. And then like now when I need to look for them for like name card, Instagram GIF, or like maybe Instagram like filters and stuff like that. And accountant, we even have CrazyAnts like freelancer accountant from them. So imagine like you just need to offer to your clients, and I feel like I myself am a good example because I use CrazyAnts, so I can convince the clients that it works. It's easy, everything is there, and everything you need we can source for you, the freelancers, and at the same time convince them that you are supporting the freelancers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you mentioned about your you help them to rebrand their brands, right?
Yeah.
Their company and everything. But why did you how did you approach them? Do you give them a solution of how they're gonna improve their strategy or everything? Can you talk about
a brief talk about their process.
Yeah, because I myself also love content creation. So I always believe in some companies, they have the potential, but they don't have the tools to be able to make it happen. So usually I will convince them in a way that, I see the potential, but here is what you need. You probably need to rebrand your logo. You probably need some digital marketing expert to go through your stuff and see what we can improve. We can even like find ways to improve your photography. Like there's maybe some F&B like clients that need like more better food photography, to make it more attractive. So especially like some of the older like generation owners, they don't have any experience. And when they find like some digital marketing company or social media company, it can be quite expensive for them. So we do slow by slow, we start with logo first. If they're satisfied, then we're like, how about you start with, designing posters. So we add on and stuff like that. And by then, they can see the vision on how this could actually help grow their business and get more customers as well. Yeah, branding is everything, branding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. When you approach them, did you did they think of who are you to judge my company profile strategy, something like that?
Surprisingly, no. I think I'm quite lucky. I've never had that before. I think usually I would try to ask them like, what do you need? Like, we're a freelancer platform and we have this and this and this. I think most of the time they are actually quite like
Quite open also.
open. Yeah, they're really quite open to the idea. Yeah, and quite like happy about it.
Yeah, that's really nice.
yeah, it is.
Good.
For Elaine, right? Actually, when you first started, previously when you were studying design, you mentioned that you always wanted to go into the beauty industry. Is it
Yes.
since young that you want to be what you want to be right now?
When I was young, I totally had no idea what I wanted to do. I think growing up in, I kind of grew up in the kind of feeling where I'm going to work as a salesperson, in a shopping mall. Actually, I grew up in that belief because I didn't have good grades in school. I don't even have like 3A or sorts like that. And everyone believed that I would be a failure in life, like everyone. To a point that I also myself thought I was going to be a failure. Like, I think it was only there's one time in college, all it takes is just one word. Like, my lecturer just said a very powerful sentence to me, and that like changed my whole mindset. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm not going to be useless. I'm not useless. And that's when like I started to really tell myself I need to pursue my dreams. And I actually decided to have more beauty in interest because when I finished my high school, I worked in a shopping mall. Again, see, I thought I'm going to work shopping mall for the rest of my life. I worked in a shopping mall, skin food. That's when I found out about beauty and I fell in love with beauty. Yeah. Yeah.
So is it at the start? At the start, you already know that you're going to go into this lash lifting, and also you're doing some makeup too, right?
Yeah, the main priority was makeup because I have never heard of lash lifting before this. Just that when I was working in the company, like it's a design, I do design my work for the company. So when I started to do better in my makeup because I was studying in the beauty school, I managed to quit my full-time job, and that's when I pursued my makeup job full-time. But then I didn't want it to stay there. I felt like I had so much more to learn. Hence, that's why I decided to go to Thailand and learn lash lift. Yeah. And after that, I went to Indonesia to learn extensions. Yeah, I traveled everywhere.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you found out lash lift?
I think it's just through Instagram. Everything you can find through Instagram. I was looking for new beauty services and I realized that there isn't such thing as lash lift in Malaysia. And I'm like, oh, Thailand is quite popular. It's really popular. So that's when I decided to just like YOLO, just go fly there and learn. Don't know whether it will make any difference or not. But it did.
That makes a great story.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
right.
look how far you've come. You became the pioneer of keratin lash lifting in Malaysia. And
Yeah.
everywhere it is.
Yeah, lash lift truly changed my life. Really changed my life.
You're actually willing to travel international borders to learn this skill. You're
I
willing to
still,
go.
yeah, I think like at that time I had no money. I had to borrow money from my boyfriend to go for the course.
It is so worth it
Is
now.
it
It's so
really
worth it.
Oh my
costly?
god, so worth it, man. Like the man is like, I can pay him back like nothing already, and he believed in me lah.
Double, triple.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So definitely worth it, but definitely a good experience, and because like. You have to always keep yourself updated with the latest trends. That's beauty lah. So it was good idea to go overseas and learn new things. Yeah.
That means you travel a lot. Right?
Yeah, definitely used to travel a lot more before the lockdown.
Yeah.
And then since
Oh.
now that like you
Yeah.
mentioned,
Mm.
like you mentioned that beauty is all about getting updated with the latest trends. We all know that now the beauty industry is actually a very large market.
Yep.
And it's emerging quickly, especially in recent years.
Yeah.
So how long do you think that this lash lifting trend is going to last? And what if the trend eventually dies out? Do you have any strategy to come up with the fast-paced trend?
Yeah, that's a good question because like that's the thing, right? Like when lash lift like exploded, I knew that I had a backup plan when it starts to become common everywhere. So initially, Sparks by Tiny was only a hand makeup service, and then plus lash lift. But then after that, I felt like I need to have like some stability. So I decided to hire two of my friends who do extensions and eyebrow embroidery to work for me. And it was a good thing I did because when the pace slowed down and I already have all the customer base, the customer wanted more. I don't want to just come to your place just for lash lift. I want to do everything. So that's when after that I decided to change my whole company from Sparks by Tiny to Makeoverlab. And the concept of Makeoverlab is supposed to be a one-stop beauty center where you can get everything done. You know, like we're very like fast paced. We want to like one stop center, cultivate everything. So I like that idea, and yeah, I felt like that was like one of the solutions that I created. And another one would be that I had to make sure that I not only have one source of income. So that's why I ventured into multiple businesses. Like you see when the COVID happened, like it was a good thing I did not quit any of like design work because that is when I can still earn some income doing like freelance design. So always have multiple income streams as a backup for anything that can happen. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
that's very good response. Like you have backup income and also you don't just focus on one, like put all your
Yep.
eggs in basket, but multiple.
Agreed. Yeah. Some may fail and it's normal, but it's okay as long as you try it, you know. There are businesses that I started that didn't work out, but yeah, it's alright.
It's
Just
all
try
about
it.
the experience, right?
Yes, you still learn a lot. You still learn a lot from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually went to the beauty it's a bit off topic, but there's a beauty center I went to. It does um manicure, pedicure, and also hair removal. It's like a one-stop center.
Yeah.
Like it's similar concept to what you mentioned just now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good idea, and I feel like that's the future lah, actually. Everyone find 1, 3 in 1, 6 in 1.
Fast and then convenient and everything
Agreed.
in one click, right?
Yes, agreed.
Elaine, I was just wondering, just now you said that your lecturer said something like very powerful. What's that phrase that inspired you to interview?
Okay, just a very quick summary. Growing up, so I have ADHD, And because of that, like all my education growing up was not very great. It's like a lot of fails, a lot of maybe only one A English. So that's why my parents demotivated me, which makes me like kind of demotivated when I entered the college. So even when I entered the college, I wasn't really giving my best because I keep thinking that I'm going to fail anyway, so why bother? And at during one of the presentation, when I presented my work, the lecturer came and looked at my work and he said that like this is actually really good. Like you don't even realize how talented you are. Like if only you put more effort to actually just talk to the lecturers to see how you can improve. If you need help, you actually could do this and do that. Like then you could have like done your work with more excellence. Like but you didn't ask for help and you think that you lousy and stuff like that. I was like, that was the first time someone actually said I was good at something. Like the first time, and someone believed in my work. And the moment he said that, like that was half the semester. The next half of my semester onwards, right, I straight away like overcome whatever the past has said to me. And I told myself like, if this lecturer said I can do it, I can do it. So my result went from like all C's and D's to all A's. Wow, really changed so much. Yeah, I would never forget the lecturer. Never forget the lecturer is Mr. Alfred. I must say his name here, Mr. Alfred.
Maybe you can send the link of this podcast to him so that he
yeah. Really, make a big difference. Words really changes a lot. Yeah, words change people a lot.
Yeah.
And really an act of kindness, and he made you realize that it's not that you're not great. It's just that you didn't realize until somebody reminded you of how much value you have, or you bring, how much potential. And I think that you're actually reciprocating that to the other startup companies by telling them like, I see your potential, so maybe you should try this or that, giving them some solutions.
Yeah.
So don't stop. It ripple like a ripple thing.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to entrepreneur mindset questions for both of you.
Yeah.
What was your key driving force to become an entrepreneur?
Anita, you can go first.
Oh, okay. For me, it's quite straightforward lah. It's flexibility. As in like you get to choose who you want to work with, and you get to make your own rules lah. So like when you work for others, right? You have to follow other people's rules. So when you start your own company, you can just set your own rules and choose who to partner with and all this. Another thing I would say would be unlimited income potential. It's very hard for someone to build wealth by just having a day job. So it's like very much of your income relies on how much your boss is willing to pay you. And if your boss say, and even if you work very hard for your boss, you might not get the appreciation you expected to get as well. So for me myself, I would like to have more control on this. So that's why I started my own business.
Because previously you mentioned that you worked as a HR manager, right?
Not manager. It's like HR executive. Yeah.
So the transition from being a HR personnel to what an entrepreneur, is it like very big? Did your mindset change?
Yes. After I start my own business, right? I sort of understand why my bosses always look mad. I think this is because they are always under high stress. I sort of like can understand them more, understand them better. So it's like when I was an employee, right, I only had to focus on my task only. I would just have to sit there 9 to 5, pack my bag and leave when it is time. So I will still get paid even though I didn't do much. But as entrepreneurs, things are different. If your business is not successful, you won't make any money. So, and you also cannot say that I don't know how to do this. This is not my job. So in business, right, when you start a business, every job is your job now. So you may need to be the accounting department, the marketing department. I would say everything in addition to leading your company. So yeah, that's the challenging part. Yeah, I also feel that I grow up a lot after I start my own business. Like previously, I was like a this kind of girl, sitting in the office, shy, quiet, just follow whatever my boss asked me to do. Yeah, and keeping opinions to myself only. But in business, it's completely different. You are your own boss.
Yeah.
How about for Elaine?
I would say the key driving force to becoming an entrepreneur is to see my passions coming to life. Like I imagine like my beauty to be the one-stop beauty center. I mean, anyone can dream, you know, but to see it happening, it's just like that motivation, you know, I want to make it happen, I'm going to make it happen. Yeah, so I think like passion is the main like thing that drives me, yeah, to do what I love. Yeah.
How about the mindset?
I think an employee, right?
I was an employee. I only worked for one company, and that one company I worked for 3 years, and it was a small company. And I would say that one company that I work in, right, is the main reason I am who I am today. Because when I was working as a staff, I was like, there were only two staff in the small business company, and I had to do everything. I had to do graphic design, I need to do PR, I need to do like operations, pack the parcel, bubble wrap everything, do the consignment, and then I need to go and take new stocks, carry stock upstairs, I need to take photo of the thing, I need to take do design, I need to customer service, I need to post Instagram 4-5 times a day and Facebook and do ads and upload products on the I did everything.
Wow.
Oh my god, but that really shaped me, like that 3 years like made me who I am, and because of that I can multitask a lot. I can able to multitask a lot. So when it shifted, the only happy thing is that now I'm not doing it for someone else. Now I'm doing it for myself, and that's satisfying. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually kind of related to our next question. What has been your most satisfying moment in your business?
The most satisfying moment, wow,
Yeah.
too many.
Really?
But
what about the unforgettable?
unforgettable one. I think it's funny that the most unforgettable feeling is that at one point I really had financial freedom, because I was my family was in a bad debt and I wasn't in a good place. So like suddenly to have the finances to take care of the people around me and to not worry about all these things anymore, I think I felt like I could do more and help more people with these finances. I think that was what makes me feel happy. Yeah.
How about Anita?
For me, it's like when the client told us that they wish to know us earlier, like Elaine like this, and so our services has helped them to solve their hiring problems, and also when we managed to get sales for freelancers, as in like some of our freelancers they managed to get like 5K per month by just being a freelancer on our platform. So yeah, to me nothing more rewarding than this lah, and this is also what keeps us going. Yeah.
Able to help.
Actually make a lot of friends also through business. Like because like you do customer service, like Anita do customer service, I do customer service. In the end, customers become friends. It feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christina, if you notice, both of their like the most satisfying and unforgettable moment in their business is actually something about helping others. It's not just help.
That's how acting like-minded.
Yes, and also so kind of both of you, like to help each other, to help others, not just like in this reality, there's a lot of self driven people, like they just want to achieve their needs. But you guys
When
being
you
an
were
entrepreneur,
born
you
to
want to help people to achieve their passion as well, as well as further living on their side.
you
And
were
that is
born
very
to
deserves
shine.
respect.
Thank you.
There's been times when I thought about giving up, but I never did.